And the next chunk goes in right here. Dude, what is going on today? At Lake Ladoga, fishing nicely for whitefish, Ludoga Whitefish, Vuoksa Whitefish, and of course also Vendace. But yeah, it's really looking good. So all kinds of whitefish species. Once again, I'm testing the morning hours here at Lake Ladoga, which is really important. And all of this here, float fishing, cast out loosely, not even that far out. And yeah, that lets you see the floats really nicely, and you instantly notice when something small bites. In this case, probably a Vendace again, which was too small even for the hook, because what I'm really after here are clearly bigger fish. I want those whitefish, and of course it's already worked. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making a video about it. Of course it worked. And there it goes again. Tug, tug. Bam. So right now I'm fishing pretty deep, about 2 meters deep. We'll take a closer look at that in a moment. The whole setup, about 2 meters deep, that's how it looked earlier too. So, the foxy whitefish caught it for the first time with a tag. That makes it extra fun as a trophy. The tag gives you 120 silver, so that's a nice little bonus tag. But of course it'll be kept and added right here to the whitefish, foxy whitefish category. Yep. Bam. Next tag ticked off. Yeah, I came out here already in the evening hours, got the setup ready, took care of everything, and of course also already caught the first fish. The first little foxy whitefish, Repus whitefish also came in, and so on. And then this one came along too with 1 kilo, and shortly after, here in the morning hours, one with 3 kilos. So really nice trophy weight for the Vuoksa whitefish, definitely worth taking. And also silver-wise, these whitefish and Corriganus types really pay off, so totally worth it. But of course, you do have to stay right on it the whole time and always pay attention so you don't miss the strike. And there's the next one already. Bam. But probably another, looked like a Vendace at first. Nope, something bigger. Very nice. Let's go ahead and tighten the brake a little. And the next one, yup, very nice. 1.2 kilos, works perfectly again. Definitely taking that one. Cast it out again quickly. And I think there's already something on the other one, but not hooked anymore. All right, let's lift that one back up. Reel in the other one. And now I'll also test a line clip just for you. Because yeah, you always ask about the line clip. I'm actually fishing here without one right now. Yeah, you could say 10 meters. 10 meters is a good estimate. I think that works well. 10 meter line clip, but I'm gonna let it out again right away. And for depth, I've set it to 1.80, 1.90, 2 meters, just going from left to right across. The setups are all put together the same way, just for testing. Relatively light, didn't go with a thick line. We'll take a look at that in a second. Started with 1.80 meters, then a bit deeper and even deeper. The trophy was caught at 1.90 meters. And like I said, morning and evening hours are always super important. Those are the key phases for Ludoga whitefish, foxy whitefish, all the whitefish types, all the Corriganus species. It's definitely worth being on time at the spot, having the setup ready, doing a bit of testing in advance. So when the hot phase kicks in, you're already at the spot and have the bait in the water. Now let's take a quick look. The first setup, this is how it's built. Just a size 4 hook, put together with the classic combo, stonefly larvae, mayfly larvae. If you can't do double baits yet, go check out the last video. Float fishing at the Donuts. That's where you level up percentages. And then right after that, come here to Lake Ladoga and pull out these whitefish. With double bait, it really pays off. Otherwise, you'll have to choose one or the other. I'd probably go with the mayfly. The stonefly on its own, it's kind of tricky with these fish species. Mayfly alone has already caught some rare fish like the Vuoksa Whitefish. So yeah, just go with mayfly alone. That can work really well too. And the next Ludoga Whitefish. Yeah, I'm trying different depths now during the midday hours because it's obvious the fish change positions throughout the day. So you always have to check where to present your bait so you can still get bites consistently. Just now I had a gap of 5 minutes. That means for 5 minutes, I didn't get a single bite on any of the 3 floats at these 2 meter depths. Now I've set one float to 1.50 meters and the third float all the way down to 2.50 meters, just to see where the fish are hanging out right now at midday. That's something you always have to test. So, if you arrive here at the spot around noon, it could totally be that 2 meters or 1.80, 190 isn't working well. So definitely bring in some variation in depth. That's the A to Z in float fishing. We just have to test it. And now, of course, let's take a look at the fish market and see what this has brought in so far. All right, 30 minutes at the spot. Sorted by price, that's already looking really solid. And here we can also see that the foxy whitefish brings in really good silver. Even in the regular sizes, not just as trophies, even the normal ones are already worth it. So, 30 minutes at the spot, and with the trophy, already over 300 silver. But even without a trophy, it's still 170 silver in 30 minutes, which is a really solid result. And if you keep doing that consistently, you'll not only gain great skill points for float fishing, but also a really decent amount of silver. So, cash in, leave a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, try it yourself, and then I'll see you in one of the next videos. Until next time, tight lines.